Are you brave enough to uncover the secrets of Silver Street? Maya shivered. The taxi crunched on the gravel driveway. Silver Street? The name itself sounded cold. The house loomed, dark and imposing, against the grey sky. Wind howled through the ancient oaks, their branches like skeletal fingers. She paid the driver, her breath misting in the air. He didn't wait to see her inside. The massive oak door creaked open before she could knock. A girl stood silhouetted in the dim light.
You must be Maya.
I'm Emily.
Emily led her inside, the door booming shut behind them. The house felt heavy, oppressive. Dust motes danced in the stray beams of sunlight that pierced the gloom.
Don't mind the quiet. It's always like this.
Maya unpacked, her footsteps echoing in the silent house. The room was large, with a four-poster bed and faded floral wallpaper. She couldn't shake the feeling of being watched.
Don't go into the attic.
Emily warned later, her voice barely audible. They were in the kitchen, a cavernous room with cold stone floors. The only light came from a single flickering bulb.
Why?
Maya asked, trying to sound casual. Emily's eyes widened.
It's locked for a reason. This house, it's not safe.
That night, Maya lay awake. The wind howled outside, scratching at the windows. Floorboards creaked. She could have sworn she heard whispers, soft and indistinct, just beyond the range of her hearing. Then, a cold spot, right next to her bed. The temperature plummeted, the air thick and icy. She pulled the covers tight, her heart pounding in her chest. A giggle, faint and high-pitched, seemed to come from the corner of the room. Maya squeezed her eyes shut, willing herself not to scream. Days turned into weeks, each one more unsettling than the last. Objects moved on their own, doors slammed shut. Maya saw fleeting glimpses of a shadowy figure lurking at the edge of her vision. One evening, while dusting the library, she felt a cold breath on her neck. Turning quickly, she saw nothing, but the air hung heavy, charged with an unseen presence.
Did you feel that?
She asked Emily later, her voice trembling. Emily nodded, her face pale.
It's getting stronger.
She whispered, her eyes wide with terror. The attic door beckoned Maya. What was hidden there? What was Emily so afraid of?
One afternoon while Emily was out, I crept upstairs. The door to the attic was old, the wood warped and cracked. The lock was rusty but strong.
She found an old hairpin in her room and returned to the attic door. Her hands trembled as she worked the lock. Finally, with a click, it gave way. The attic was a cavern of dust and shadows. Cobwebs hung like ghostly curtains. The air was thick with the smell of decay. A single trunk sat in the center of the room.
Inside, I found a leather-bound diary, its pages brittle with age. The spidery handwriting spoke of a tragedy, a family torn apart by secrets and betrayal.
The last entry sent chills down Maya's spine. It spoke of a malevolent presence trapped within the house, a presence that craved revenge. Desperate for answers, Maya convinced Emily to hold a séance. They sat facing each other on the floor of Maya's room, a single flickering candle between them.
Are there any spirits here with us?
Maya asked, her voice barely a whisper. The candle sputtered. A cold wind swept through the room, extinguishing the flame. In the sudden darkness, they heard a voice, low and guttural, seeming to come from the walls themselves.
"Get out," it hissed.
The house seemed to react to the séance. The air grew thick with dread. Objects flew across rooms with violent force. And Emily, she wasn't herself. Her eyes were vacant, her voice a hollow rasp.
He's angry, Emily said, her voice raspy and low. We've awakened him.
Maya watched in horror as Emily's body contorted, her face twisting into a mask of rage. The malevolent presence was taking hold. Panic surged through Maya. They had to escape, but how? The house held them captive.
We have to leave, Maya pleaded with Emily, though she wasn't sure if Emily was even in there anymore.
Suddenly, a window shattered in the hallway. Glass rained down. It was a distraction, a chance.
Come on! Maya grabbed Emily's hand and they ran, the house seeming to shake around them.
They didn't stop running until they were miles away, the house a distant silhouette against the setting sun. Even then, Maya could feel the chill of Silver Street clinging to her, a constant reminder of the horrors she had witnessed. Silver Street was quiet now, abandoned once more, but some secrets Maya knew were best left undisturbed. The haunting of Silver Street was far from over.